So we're in our simulated learning center as far as how we build homes. I'm going to show you guys some of the basics of what we do and what kind of gives us the edge and makes us different. So we're going to start from ground up. This is a simulated footing foundation. We go approximately 42 inches down. The reason we do that is we want to minimize frost heaving and house settling as much as possible, and that's where that comes into play. We use 2x6 kiln dried exterior lumber, okay? This right here is a 2x7 manufactured plate for Lexar Homes. They do not make 2x7 lumber. If you look at that, that is a true 2x7 manufactured for Lexar Homes. The reason we do that is when you put your OSB sheathing on the house, it stays away from the foundation. Your foundations are always curing. They're always having water come out of them. You've seen on concrete, the white spots on concrete, that's the calcium, the water's coming out. So what we do is we put our OSB on here, but we have our house wrap behind here that's hanging down. We pull the house wrap up and we encapsulate everything. We are very big into water mitigation, keeping water away from your house. This is a floor joist. If you look at this floor joist, that's your conventional floor joist that all builders put in, and this is a Lexar floor joist. Massive difference. Insulation in your floor, code is an R30 in your floor. We put an R38 in there, so we want to maximize that insulation benefit. The other thing is, you ever been in someone's house and you're walking and you can feel that bounce in the floor? Well, this minimizes that deflection, flexation in the floor as much as possible. Next thing I want to show you is a truss system. So this is your conventional truss system right here. There's your double plate. Your house breathes through your soffit and hits this cold zone and comes around and exhausts through your roof and comes back around. Well, this is where a lot of icicles form, right? This is our Lexar raised heel truss system. So you can see it's 1 foot taller. We pack more insulation here. So as your house breathes through your soffit, it kind of acclimates, hits a warming zone. When it comes back around, it's somewhat warm. It's very rare you see icicles form on a Lexar home. The other thing too is it saves the life of your roof. It gives you more comfortable living in your house. Some of the other things we do is we seal all of our bottom plates and we seal all of our top plates. And we put foam seal between every single joint as we build. So where you're standing right there, you might notice this. This windowsill is sloped by 4 degrees. Our framers back cut these cripples, these are called cripples, and they slope this windowsill by 4 degrees. The reason you do that is we're building on property, so you're not surrounded by homes on each side of you, so you're going to get that sideways wind and rain, right? So when you do get that, we flash tape this, put metal flashing in. If water does get back there, it's moving away from the house again. And that's where this comes into play too. That's a jam sill guard. That goes underneath your threshold. It's also sloped by a couple of degrees. So when you hose off your door, if water gets back there, it's not getting to the threshold and it's not going to rot that threshold. It just sheds water away from the house as much as possible. Up here you've got header. What we use is glue lam beam headers. Wood has an R value of 1 inch of wood to 1 R value. So that's really poor insulating factor. So this is a really high spot where the efficiency factor is. So we put glue lam beams and then behind here is rigid R10 foam insulation board, giving you a higher insulating factor. So we have a vented slotted soffit. It's 16 inches, and we have a true 1 inch fascia board that goes around. If you see some builds around town, you're going to see the fascia material, which is really thin. It's almost the same thickness as the soffit. So we use a true 1 inch fascia. We have seamless aluminum gutters with downspouts. That's included. Now if you back up and take a look at the roofing, we don't use felt. Felt is paper, 15, 30-pound black felt. That gets wet and it tears. We use Owens Corning synthetic underlayment, 100% waterproof. And then we have an ice water shield barrier that goes up around the perimeter of the house, goes through the valleys and over the ridge. And this is Owens Corning True Def Architecture shingles. That shingle withstands 130 mile-an-hour winds. It has a 10-year moss algicide inhibitor built in. And what we give you is a 50-year non-prorated warranty for material and labor for 50 years. This is the ridge cap. So what we try to do is we try to maximize the airflow in your house. Remember, your house breathes through your soffit and exhausts through your roof. So you want to maximize that by putting a ridge vent on. So you get continuous venting all the way along. Again, saves the life of your roof, but gives your house more breathing and more efficiency.